her name? It's my cat. She's literally like right next to me, like literally. And when I started the video, she was purring, and it was like such a comfy sound, such a comfy and comforting sound. Anyways, so yeah, I haven't gotten really far. We're gonna do a little bit of the quest because hold on, actually I don't know. Where's my quest log? Map. Where's my quest log? I don't know. Oh, okay, head to the Asphodel. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna go out of here. So basically, I played 2 days in a row, which was a couple of days ago, and then I just stopped. I've just been playing Genshin a lot, like really, really a lot. And yeah, so but my first impressions are hold on, hold L, hold. Okay, this. Okay, click here. I'm not used to playing these types of games with the keyboard and the mouse, so you might, by the way, hear the keyboard and mouse sounds. I don't know if I want to do any side quests. Okay, do you know what? Let's do it. Find out who just greeted you. Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah, I've noticed there's a bunch of characters that look like snow around the map, or like around the city. I'm gonna go with the autoplay. But anyways, so yeah, my first impressions. Honestly, the graphics are really insane. Like, I was surprised at how great the graphics were. I didn't have much hope for it, but it looks really cool. I love it. And the story started out, and it's like very intriguing. So I was like very happy with it. And obviously, the biggest thing is that this is not a gacha game. This is, I don't even know how to call this type of games. It's not a gacha game. It's more like, I don't know, like an open world that you can explore. Like, you can actually, like, you have co-op areas, which I have not unlocked yet, but there are co-op areas where you can like see other players and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. The combat is really cool as well. It doesn't seem too complicated, and obviously, as I said, it's not a gacha game. You can literally unlock characters by farming for them. I think somebody told me that it might take a lot of time to farm for characters, but yeah, you also have the option to pay for them, which I don't really care for, I would say, because if I can actually get them for free and guaranteed, why would I pay for the character, you know? I think like there's always an appealing aspect to Genshin, and maybe that's not a really good aspect because it's literally gambling with Genshin and other gacha games, when we're just like, it's like we're addicted to the process of pulling because it's such an intriguing process. But if I had to choose between farming for a character to get them and pulling on a character and actually spending money, I would definitely choose the farming for the character. And my understanding of Duet Night Abyss is that you don't have to like, you don't have to log in this or that day, which I think you might, if you've been watching me for a while, you might already know that it's one of my biggest pet peeves from Genshin Impact. But you don't have to log in this or that day, which I think is really cool. Like to farm, I think it's really cool. But one of the aspects that I like the most, and it might be like really silly, but I think like for a player like me, that's what I like the most, is the fact that, where is it? Hold on. That's not where what I wanted to click on. Oh, here, Myriad. It's the fact that when you wish on something, you're wishing on cosmetics. So for me, this game is basically kind of like Genshin Impact meets Infinity Nikki, but without the gambling aspect from Genshin Impact and without the scammy, like, the whole scammy thing around Infinity Nikki. If you know, you know. If you don't, like, just Google it, you'll see. But yeah, so I think it's pretty cool, and they have a lot of characters that I already like. Yeah. So I'm using Rebecca right now. I think she's one of my favorite characters, and I saw a lot of people using her. So I think she's very strong, very OP. So this is Rebecca, and then this is basically it's like basically you. So it's the main character, it's a protagonist. I think if I had not named her Ilivy, she would have been named Vita, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about the male version, but she would have been named Vita. And then you have Veronica, which I love. I just like really love her. You get to play her at the beginning of the game, kind of like a tutorial, and I was so upset that they don't give her to you. I wish she was giving. Oh, actually, yes, she is. She's given to us. I forgot that you do get her in the mail. That is so true. It's just that when I finished the tutorial, I hadn't gotten her yet, and I was so upset. I was like, oh my god, they're not giving me Bit, because I think they call her Berry, and I was like, oh my god, they're not giving me Berry. What the heck? And no, they do give her to you. And then this is Maji. This is basically the first character that they give you after the tutorial, and honestly, not gonna lie, I'm not a fan. That you have Lady Neville. Can you like just look at this elegance at its like peak? I just love her. I need to get her. I will get her. Like, I need to get her. And I didn't see if she had any cosmetics. Obviously there's this, which is like the it's like something that you get from the battle pass, if I'm not mistaken. It's like for all the characters. But yeah, I think she's so elegant. And then you have Lisbelle, who I think is cute. If I'm not mistaken, I was told that you get her at some point, so they give her to you. So that's really cool. Lisbelle is cute. I just do hope that, okay, they do give her this. Okay, it's just because, like, yeah, I'm not too happy with this, but whatever. Okay, I'm not commenting on anything, but yeah. Then there's Vina. I feel like she's the kind of character who's actually so cute, but who's not going to be useful. I don't know why, that's just the vibe that I get from her. And then you have Psyche, who I think is super cute, and there is this skin for her, which I really want to get, but it's like in the special banner. I don't know if I want to wish on it or not. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but yeah, I think, oh my god, she's like a butterfly, and they give you a trial for her to like test out the skin, which I think is absolutely really cool. And she's really literally kind of like a fairy. I love that. And then you have a truffle and Filbert, and this the long blonde hair, the outfit, like everything about Truffle and Filbert. Like she's super cute, but I think Filbert is the little big. But everything about them, or like more about Truffle, it's like Filbert's just a big, but about Truffle looks like Phoebe from Wuthering Waves. So yeah, but it's whatever. It's not my problem. And then you have Lynn, who I think is pretty cool. I just wish her hair was different. I love characters who have long hair, and when it's like down, I don't like. I mean, her art is gorgeous, but I don't like characters who have like their hair up. So yeah, but that's just my personal preference. And then you have Sybil, gorgeous, gorgeous lady. I can't wait to know her lore, because you see her at the beginning of the game, and I want to know her lore. And gorgeous colors, gorgeous colors. So yeah, and then you have the beef, I guess. You know, I'm not a fan of like octopi, I think is how you say that. I'm not really a fan. So yeah, I'd say I'm not a fan of the design, but if she ends up getting new outfits and her abilities are cool, like why not? She's Hydra, which makes sense. So yeah. There's Fantasio. I'm not a fan of Fantasio. I don't know who he is yet, but maybe when I meet him I'll like him, but for now, not a fan. But yeah, Hellfire I think is really, really, really cool. However, like, yeah, like there's definitely something that's not normal about her, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm not talking about her horns. She's called Hellfire. She's some sort of species. I'm talking about something a little lower. I don't like it when games do that, but we know that most of the time they're appealing to a specific audience, so whatever, right? But other than that, I think she's super cool, and I really want to get her. So yeah. And then you have Yellen Oliver, super cute, super, super cute, but not that interested in getting this character. So yeah, but still super cute. Oh, and then you have Daphne, by far my favorite character in the entire game. I've not met her yet, just saw her on the character archive, and I'm super interested. I know she's a healer, so you can see it here, I think. Support, provides buffs, restores HP, etc, etc. But oh my god, would you look at this? She's so pretty. Like, how can you be so pretty? Look at her. She's so pretty. Like, she's so simple yet so pretty. She doesn't have skin as far as I'm aware of. Obviously there's this, which I will not run, just because honestly I don't mind. I know it's a revealing skin, and I don't mind that. Like, I'm totally fine with it, but it's not a pretty skin. Like, okay, fine, make it revealing all you want, but make it pretty. It's not pretty. It's like not a pretty skin. Like, what's with the bells? Like, that's not pretty skin. But anyways, we'll see if she gets more skins in the future, which I think would be really cool. Outsider, I thought he was pretty cool, honestly. I think he's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll see if I end up getting him. We'll see how and who I can run him with. And there's Randy. I really don't like him. I don't know why. He just looks so, like, just the way he talks, because like you do meet him at the beginning of the story, and the way he talks, he seems so arrogant. I don't like him. Just for that, the design is fine in my opinion. But yeah. And then you have Rhythm, who I think is super cool. Like, look at her outfit. She looks so cool. Can't wait to get her. I had not who's your favorite character? Like, tell me everything. Okay, hold on. Actually, I have to read some things. I've been trying to make an effort. Speed up the forging. Yes. Confirm. Stop forging. Claim all. Thank you. Okay, so we basically forged a weapon. Yeah. I can't wait to know why there are so many snow look-alike in the city, but yeah, I haven't started leveling up characters yet. Literally, I haven't done much. Yeah, I have to say, I was even hesitant about putting out a video of this, but it's like it's a game that is receiving a lot of hate for some reason. Like, I understand that it's not perfect. Some people have been saying that it's not polished and whatever, but don't forget that Buwa was not polished when it came out either, and it's turned out to be an amazing game. And don't forget that Genshin Impact, like, people who started playing Genshin Impact 2 years ago, or like this year or 3 years ago, you guys have not gone through the freaking glitches that us first day players have gone through. Genshin Impact was not like the most polished game ever, like when it came out either. So like, you know, games, especially these kind of games, they launch and they take feedback from their players and they correct mistakes and correct bugs, and so that's just how it works. That's the video game industry for you. I remember when Cyberpunk 2077 came out, my boyfriend started playing, and like literally as it came out, we had pre-ordered it and everything, and there were so many freaking glitches, like it made playing literally impossible, you know. So even like big franchises and stuff, sometimes glitches are gonna happen because like you are going to test out your game, you're going to test out the quality, and like you can hire as many QAs and whatever. Like when the public's gonna receive it, there are bound to be mistakes and bugs and so on. So maybe let's, like, I myself for this time, like for this game rather, am willing to give it time to take feedback and work on things that people are giving feedback about. Basically, I'm not gonna make the same mistake I did with Wuthering Waves. I completely abandoned the game until like a year later. Well, I could have like supported it, and yeah, like I just quit because of glitches. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that with this game as long as I'm having fun, obviously. So yeah, people can say as much as they want that this game is not, like, should not have been released yet. Like, I've seen a lot of people say that it should not have been released yet. It should have, they should have waited a little bit. They should have worked on it a little more. Yeah, at some point you gotta release like the result of your hard work, and I'm pretty sure they did not, like, you know, this hasn't been like the fruit of a year's work or 6 months work. This has been like years in the making. Cause like you don't make a game like this in such a short time. So yeah, I think I think Duet Night Abyss is going to be my secondary game. I've been like really into Genshin Impact recently, and yay for it, because I wish my model's hand moved because she could literally clap or whatever. But you know, it's like I am a hand speaker. I don't know if it means anything to you, but I'm someone who talks with my hands. has moved, but yeah, yay for being into Genshin again. But I think I'm gonna make this game my secondary game. Like sometimes when I run out of resin or whatever, I just don't know what to do, like what game to play. So Duet Night Abyss is gonna be it. And also something that I really like about this game, hold on, I'll show you, but do you see the movement? First of all, you don't have stamina. Okay, shoot. Okay, never mind, we're just gonna listen to the quest a little bit just because I'm really into it.
Sorry, sir. I'm a bit slow at this age. Please bear with me for a moment. Here it is.
Huh? Oh, is this you in the photo, you old codger?
Yes, sir.
How come it looks more like a mongrel to me?
Oi, why don't you give us a bark, huh?
No, don't.
What are you looking at, you little twerp?
Father! You bastards!
No.
What do you think you're doing?
Let's leave. There's something important you should know. If you're from somewhere afar, remember, whatever you do, never anger the Solarians. The Solarians? You mean the ones without horns? What's so special about them? Or is it that we are the special ones? Yes. Here in Hyperborea, we, the Charons, with our unique appearance, are different from the Solars. They even call us Demon's Children.
Ugh! Speaking of which, Snow is super mad! Whenever those humans talk about stuff like demons, children, and magic, they always give such dirty looks. Just like when Camilla sees a drunken brawl in the Asphodel. But it's actually the demon's children who are being bullied by them.
Thank you, Snow. But the fact remains, we are unwelcome here. So be extra careful when dealing with Solars. That soldier back there, even after committing such a brutal act, the only consequence he will face is merely a demotion labeled as an accidental mistake. We've seen stuff like this many, many times, until everyone gets so used to it. Such things are commonplace in this place. They are just as ordinary as the fact that Charons aren't allowed to enter the inner city of Icalake or leave the Empire. As ordinary as flowers withering, lakes freezing over, and snow melting in the hearth. Why is it like this? The Solars of Hyperborea believe the Charons who wield magic are evil sorcerers, the greatest threat to their peaceful lives.
But you can't always just suck it. Why not use your magic on them and boom! Make them cry like babies. Oh, seriously, that makes me so mad.
17 years ago, Charons in the Empire once waged a war. I wasn't born then, and people rarely talk about it. All I know is that the war ended in a crushing defeat for Charons. There are people like you who are still struggling to fight back, such as the Forsakens, but those fully skilled in magic remain a minority. Most Charons are but tillers of soil, laborers with calloused hands, street vendors hawking their wares. The profoundly common, the unsung ordinary. For most, fighting back is too costly. Keeping themselves and those they love alive already demands every ounce of their strength. I apologize for stopping you just now. I just don't want a friend I just met to encounter any danger.
It's okay. I get it now. Just unclench your fist, Psyche. You'll break the skin if you grip any tighter. Don't worry. I'll act rationally. After all, Miss Camilla vouched for me so I could get into the city. I can't get her into trouble, at least.
Right. The Asphodel is just up ahead. Let's go.
Okay, so I had not, like, this was super interesting to watch and also super intriguing, and it goes back to what I was saying about the story, super intriguing story. I had not understood that the Charons were the people with the horns, and now it makes me wonder who's a Charon and who's not. I would think that Rebecca is, because like that's not just her veil, these are horns. Our character is Veronica is not. She's not a Solarian. Well, she does have horns, okay. great. The graphics are absolutely insane. The story is really cool, and I don't know if you noticed, but like Saiki was explaining the fact that there is like a conflict between Charons and Solarians, which, you know, reminds me of like one of the societal, or maybe that's not the correct word, but one of the issues, one of the biggest issues around the world. I don't know if I'm allowed to like say the world on YouTube, but I'll not say it because I'm pretty sure you'll be able to guess by yourself. But I think that's really cool, and maybe the story is going to be less childish than with some other games. So yeah, and oh my god, hold on, a huge aspect I haven't talked about is the fact that, oh yeah, hold on, I completely forgot about that. So I don't think I can do that yet, or maybe I can, I don't know. Hold on, I don't think I can do that yet, but like you can actually set up teams in this game, like of 3 characters, but you can't switch between the characters. You set up a main character and the others are going to be there for support, and they're going to be played automatically if you need them, which I think is really cool. You only have to control 1 character, so that's super. And then there's the fact that you have 2 weapons, so basically I can, with Rebecca for example, I can go at it with a pole arm, and there's something that she can do, yeah, her charged attack is going to stay there while you can deal damage with a second weapon, which I think is really cool. And like the second weapon is always a gun, and it's a gun that is going to be different from, like the type of the gun is going to be different from one character to another in my understanding, but I think that is super cool. Like, oh my god, such an original idea. So yeah, but let me know your thoughts. I'd be really curious to know what you think, what you've been thinking of the game. It only came out a couple of days ago. So yeah, I'd be really curious to know and discuss it with you guys. Do let me know. But I think I will leave you with this for today. I'm going to continue playing obviously, but I really want to focus on the story and listen to it and be immersed in it, so I won't continue recording. But I think it's now time for me to wish you a good night or a good nap, or if you're using ASMR to try and focus on a task or a chore or even some schoolwork that you're trying to complete, well, good luck with that. I will see you again very, very soon for a new ASMR video. As usual, thank you guys so much for your support, your comments, your likes, your shares, your subs. I really appreciate it. Love you guys so, so much.